This is the base review number 14. Today we're going to be talking about The Value of Others by Dr. Orion Taraban. And this book is a doozy. Honestly, so far, this is going to be a heavy hitter book, and I'm not just trying to fluff it up. I have no ties to this, but hear me out because this is a book for somebody that is single and is far from getting any types of women, or somebody that doesn't understand men at all. They're confused about what is going on with this generation. Why can I not find a partner? How can I get more from people? How can I become, uh, more attractive to the opposite sex? And how can we get more about what is together? And how can I get more out of my sexual relationships, right? Now, this book talks a lot about the sexual marketplace and its values, right? This is the whole book. He's a psychologist with he's a couples therapist, a professional PhD, and this book highlights a lot of key features, and it actually elevated me in a lot of ways, not only in the sexual marketplace but in my social marketplace, as well as my inner dialogue. And it was really like a great self-help book too, because basically when it comes down to it, men are the captains of a ship. A good man is on a path, and he's going and he's got his ship. Sometimes it's a small boat, sometimes it's a big boat, and he's driving that ship down the road, right? And he's talking to the passengers on the dock to come onto board his ship. These are the women. The passengers are women. And right away, we have this scene of the sexual marketplace being a captain at the dock trying to get women and passengers on board. Come on board. It's nice. We're gonna go over there. My boat is nice and big. Blah blah blah. Right? Now, this is a funny thing because this is what the dock is, and the more busy a captain's dock is, the more likely that his boat is valuable. So this is why attraction in numbers, right? The captain with the big boat has 12 passengers lined up, and then you have the little dinky ship right next to it, and nobody's lining up to go on board. Which one do you think is more valuable? This is the male's perspective. Now, the passengers or the female perspective is going to be a little bit more about, what am I looking for? Is the price fair? Is the ship worth it? Is the journey where I want to go? Now, these are all of the things of how the men can make themselves more attractive. Making the right destination, making the ship valuable, making the ride nice, making sure that he cares about them, and make sure that he's hearing them, listening to their needs as they go on this journey together. However, as soon as the transaction occurs, the passenger comes on board the ship and they take off. That's a relationship. There's a couple moves that the woman likes to make, right? She might come on board and try to take control. She might try to, run a mutiny. And where this gets really interesting, if a man is truly a captain of the ship, if he has truly put his money's worth, his time, his effort, his whole life into creating his dream, this boat, this journey, he's not gonna falter. A true captain is gonna do that. Secondly, she might try to negotiate. She might try to negotiate price. Well, I got on here for $60, but I'm only paying you $40. And the captain, again, is going to be worth his salt if he can squeeze that price out of her. Thirdly, she might try to jump ship or change course. You know what? I want to go to this island instead. She's again going to test him, seeing if he's going to change course, when she first agreed to go on to the original course. This is what the men have to do. This is how women can make themselves more attractive, is by being good passengers at a fair price and not trying to combat or change the man's boat or, passage. Now, there's a lot more other social plays involved too, where it came to talking about, how we use fear to influence people, how we use intimidation to influence people, how we use guilt to influence people. And simply saying, I'm not afraid of you, or I have no shame, immediately can puff out social guilt or social embarrassment, which is honestly worth its weight in salt. That chapter alone was worth so much to me. I love it. Secondly, or thirdly, we're going to talk about the yes please game, right? So there's the please no game. Yes please no. One person has to say please and one person has to say no. And the job of the first person, is to get the person that is saying no to say yes. Where this comes into play is you actually have to get the person to say yes. Now, this is actually really interesting how interhuman communication goes, because all of you saying is please, you can use different tone, emotion, different persuasion tactics, all while saying one word. Please. 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 Oh, please. Right? Different ways of communication just to get in your head and to figure out how to become more charismatic. Very, very helpful. And I'm sure I'm missing a lot, but these are the 3 chapters that really stuck in my head. So again, I'm just going to re-highlight this one more time. This is for people that are socially awkward in the sexual marketplace and getting what they want from the opposite sex. Secondly, this is for people that want to up their charisma and to feel like they are a little bit more in control of what they want. And as far as the review goes, it was base as fuck. I loved it. As far as how important this book is, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would rate this a 9.3, if not a 9.4. This was one of the most enjoyable books I've ever read in my entire life, and I think I've read about 250 so far. Still making that journey to 1,000, but I know this was a longer review as well. I really am passionate about this book. I'm going to keep trying this different format. We're going to try and shoot for 7 minutes. I just hit the 7-minute mark. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Try this book out. Check out his content. And if you like hearing any of this, stay tuned to more base reviews. Thank you so much, and you have a wonderful evening.